Hello everyone and welcome to our banking awareness, financial awareness revision session. Today we'll be covering July and August 2019. Okay, so let's get started. You know the format already. 10 questions here for you to attempt first, pause the video and then go for the answers. Okay, here are your answers. I in PESA, that's PESA stands for Portal for Affordable Credit and Interest Subvention Access. So I here is interest. You should know, I think PESA you should know. What does A in NPA stand for? Non-performing asset. We all know that. ECF is Economic Capital Framework. ARC is Asset Reconstruction Company. Yeah, even in statistics, it's advance release of calendar if I think so. MOSPI or RBI also releases that calendar. So don't get confused. Context should be given. They'll not ask you what is ARC. So just be careful whether you have that company or calendar. Just be careful there. KCC is Kisan Credit Card. KYC is Know Your Customer. RTGS, we all know that's real time gross settlement. CRAR, that's capital to risk weighted asset ratio. This is something you should know. ECB is external commercial borrowing. We'll see all these news is where this was and why this was in news. NEFT was in news recently. E stands for National Electronic Fund Transfer. E is our electronic. Okay, try these now. Okay, here are your answers. OTS is one-time settlement. Yeah, so S stands for settlement. Whatever loan you have taken, you come, let's negotiate, clear your dues. ECB stands for external commercial borrowing. IICRA, this is important, Investment Information and Credit Rating Agency of India. That's IICRA. Okay, GSTN is goods and service tax. People generally forget what this N stands for. That's network. NEFT here again, okay, just to make this 20, E stands for electronic in National Electronic Fund Transfer. ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nation. Yeah, RCEP, this is important. This has been in news for a lot of reason. India finally withdrew. I hope you understand that ASEAN plus a 6 FTA free trading partners. Yeah, free trade agreement with your free trading partners. So 6 countries are such. So 10 plus 6, 16 countries, they were trying to make this RCEP, which Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. India at the last moment backed out. SGB was in news, that's Sovereign Gold Bond. Aadhaar Seva Kendra is your ASK. What is the full form of NIIF? Again important, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. I hope you remember this was again in news because of the highway construction. It wanted to act as a special purpose vehicle and there were problem in the funding issues, etc. Okay, chalo, try these. Okay, here are your answers. The managing director and CEO, Parth Sarthi Mukherjee, he is from Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Why this bank is important, we all know. Yeah, it was net NPS were very high. RBI had put a stop on its merger, etc. So just know this man's name also. Name the organization which has tied up with MasterCard and RBL and launches mobile payment and digital wallet service. That's Samsung India. What is the maximum withdrawal of ATM for Canara Bank customer, after which OTP will be asked? That's 10,000. Yeah, that's the bank basically which has launched OTP facility, yeah, for ATM withdrawal. Indian Bank has signed MOU with Tata AIG General Insurance to offer Tata General Insurance diverse range of general insurance. That's the insurance tie-up with the banks. Basically, Bandhan Bank has entered into partnership with Standard Chartered Bank to provide co-branded credit cards. Karur Vyasa Bank has signed an agreement with Digit Insurance to provide its suite of products. Yes Bank has partnered with Book My Forex and Visa to launch this co-branded multi-currency forex travel card to provide smooth payment solution. GISK Bank, this is important. This is the world's first negative interest rate home loan. Okay, so this becomes important. Aditya Puri, we all know, is like what, some 80 lakhs per month. That's his income, if I remember correctly. He's the highest paid CEO of India. Okay, try these. Okay, here are your answers. Is the Axis Bank, which has signed the bancassurance deal with Aditya Birla Health Insurance Company Limited. Bank of Baroda is the bank which has become second after SBI to agree to RBI's repo rate linking of the home loan products. Yeah, so it has to be now through an external rate so that there is no manipulation. You will say people, when where it was left to the internal workings, they never transmitted the rates, and hence finally we have come down to an external benchmark. Confederation of All India Traders has collaborated with HDFC, MasterCard, Common Service Center of Meitei and Global Linker and launched Digi Vyapari, Safal Vyapari again to promote the use of digital payments. DBS India Limited has collaborated with Social Alpha to mentor and support startup including inclusion healthcare environment in next 18 months. RBL Bank and Practo Plus, yeah, that's the co-branded health focused credit card which is launched by RBL in collaboration with Practo, very innovative name. Indian Bank has signed a corporate agency agreement with Cholamandalam MS General Insurance Company. It'll again deliver a wide range. So you see, half of the bank news is about who they have tied up with for some insurance. Yeah, I'll be surprised if any of these insurance and bank news will get asked. Yeah, what is important? This is important. Which bank got the status, received scheduled bank status from RBI? That's Jana Small Finance Bank. Indian Bank has signed again bank assurance agreement with State Bank of India Life Insurance to provide SBI suite of insurance product. Federal Bank has launched the instant Demat account opening facility that will help client to open Demat account instantly without any heavy paperwork. PNB and Oriental Bank were fined 50 lakh and 1.5 crore respectively for delay in reporting of fraud on the account of Kingfisher Airline by RBI. Okay, moving ahead, try these. Okay, here are your answers. Karnataka Bank has tied up with FinVisa Technology to offer mutual funds through its KBL Mobile Plus. I was just talking about insurance here. You also have the mutual funds. SBI Shanghai, becomes the branch which has this Shanghai branch. Yeah, become the first Indian branch to be connected and inducted into China's National Advanced Payment System. Okay, Bank of India was penalized 1.5 crore over non-compliance with RBI's direction on fraud in Rotomac Group companies. Bank of China has received permission from RBI to provide regular bank services in India and included in second schedule of RBI Act 1934. IPPB, that's India Post Payment Bank, yeah, will be converted into a small finance bank with an aim to provide microcredit at the doorstep of individual and SMEs. Yeah, now you also want to use them, their channel, to start providing microcredit. Standard Chartered is the first foreign bank to launch operation at Gujarat International Finance Trade City. This could be interesting. Aditya Birla Idea Payment has shut down its operation within 18 months, which had started in 2018 Feb. Andhra Bank is the bank which has launched AI interactive assistant called AB Hi, that's Andhra Bank Hi, to understand customer friendly and fetch relevant information. ICICI Bank has launched new digital platform called InstaBiz for MSMEs and self-employed customer for easing their business transaction digitally and instantly. SBI and Union Bank, they were the ones who were penalized in the month of July. You see a lot of them have been fined. So they will also tell you for what, like for Rotomac Group or Kingfisher Group, or in the month of July, what happened. So regulatory guidelines, this is SBI and Union Bank of India. Okay, try these. Okay, State Bank of India holds the highest number of willful defaulter, around 461.58 billion for the year 2018-19. Export-Import Bank of India has signed a loan agreement of 124 million to finance infrastructure and healthcare projects in Papua New Guinea and Senegal government. That's huge, one to east, one to west, and like 124 million all over the place. Let's again, I think it's part of the soft diplomacy only. Yes Bank has acquired 9.47 stake in dry cell battery maker Everready Industries India by invoking share pledge by McLeod Russell. Punjab and Sindh Bank has set up centralized hub named Centralized MSME and Retail Group for processing MSMEs loans. Right? Indostar Capital Finance Limited is the NBFC which has tied up with ICICI Bank for vehicle financing for small and medium fleet owners to buy new and old commercial vehicle. Vasool Sofit, this is interesting, this NPA related, so this can be asked. Name of the newly launched web tool of Karnataka Bank, which is used for digitizing the NPA recovery process of the bank. I don't know how, when people go to the home of these people, then also they don't repay. I don't know how digitizing these NPA is going to help anyone. Airtel Payment Bank, which partnered with Bharti AXA Life Insurance to offer Bharti AXA point of sale Saral Jeevan Bima Yojana, a pure life term insurance plan up to 5 lakh rupees. SBI is the one which has signed an MOU with National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, NIIF, I think it was there in your abbreviation, to provide financing solution to infrastructure sector. SBI is the public sector bank which is authorized to issue 11th tranche of electoral bond sale in India. We know all the electoral bonds are sold through State Bank of India. Punjab National Bank Housing Finance. This is the entity which has raised 100 million from International Finance Corporation for the purpose of lending to buyers in housing projects. Try these. Okay, Rupee Cooperative Bank has got its license extended by RBI till 30th November. Central Bank of UAE has signed this bilateral currency swap agreement with RBI. Non-banking financial companies will be allowed to use Aadhaar-based bank mandate KYC to avoid repeating the process. 30,000 crore would be the new extended line of credit to NBFC by NHB from the earlier 20,000 crore. Repo rate will become the external benchmark through which all your equated monthly installment, EMIs for housing loan, vehicle and other retail loans will be used. We saw that housing loan, I think SBI and Bank of Baroda have already done that. RTGS timing is changed to now 7 AM to 6 PM. I think 1.5 hours they have extended. I think it was 8 to 5:30 if I remember correctly. So now half an hour here and 1 hour here. And they have changed it multiple times here. And your NEFT will be 24/7 from December, right? And hence RTGS and NEFT were there in your abbreviation also. Maximum limit permitted by RBI for processing e-mandate on credit and debit card with PPIs are 2,000 rupees. Housing finance companies, will be treated as the categories of NBFCs and will come under RBI supervision. 25 lakh rupees set as the minimum net worth of companies for which RBI will launch the sandbox as per its final draft enabling framework for regulatory sandbox. And finally 10 lakh is the amount has been allowed on lending to agriculture through NBFCs. Okay, moving ahead, try these. Okay, here are your answers. To raise offshore fund by corporate and non-banking companies, Reserve Bank of India has relaxed the norm of fund raised through ECB. Which entity has received a license of NBFC from Reserve Bank of India recently? That's CARS 24. What is the new collateral free lending limit of MSMEs? We all know this. Committee also 10 lakh to 20 lakh has been increased. Which state registered the highest number of automated teller machine frauds in India for financial year 2018-19 as per RBI data? That's Maharashtra. Repco Microfinance is the institution which was awarded outstanding performance in terms of self-help group linkage in Tamil Nadu. SIDBI is the organization which has introduced web-based application system for contribution from the fund of funds for startups to improve the turnaround time and increase transparency. Nandan Nilekani panel has suggested this, because of which the RBI has directed banks to withdraw the charges levied on NEFT and RTGS transaction. This was to encourage the digital transaction and hence lifting up of these charges. Which bank act SBI has waived off on this RTGS and NEFT and IMPS, so that to leave this payment, that's section 10(2) under section 18 of Payment and Settlement Act 2007. Under this they have now waived off the charges. Use this act. State Bank of India is a public sector bank which has waived off RTGS, NEFT and IMPS to boost e-transaction. 9 AM to 9 PM will be the functioning time of foreign exchange market, which is recommended by RBI recently. Okay, so all these changes, be really aware of all these. These can be asked. These are all important, I will say. Try these now. Okay, here are your answers. This is RBI, which has been given special power in the union budget. That's non-uniform approach and missed opportunity, resolution of NBFC, removal of director and suppression of the board, more power to regulate NBFCs, regulation of housing finance companies, move from NHB to the Reserve Bank of India, debarment of auditors. Yeah, the point 5 was important because NHB was the promoter as well as the regulator of the housing companies. So hence, you cannot be both at the same time, and hence RBI had to take over. Name the 3-year-old roadmap for the medium-term objective finalized by RBI for strengthening regulation supervision of the central bank in meeting in New Delhi. That's Utkarsh 2022. New Delhi was the place where 577th meeting of Central Board of Directors of RBI was held recently. Institution which became the regulator of housing finance firm instead of NHB through the budget. That's again Reserve Bank of India. Which organization ministry formed a 6-member working group to review regulatory and supervisory framework for core investment companies? That's again RBI. From when RBI has decided to allow NEFT to become a 24/7 service? That's December 2019. SLR on July 6 was 18.75. Please note it was announced in December 2018 itself that going forward every 3 months starting from Jan 2019, the rate would keep going down by 0.25 basis till it reaches 18 by mid 2020. Yeah, that's it. Has not got anything to do with every MPC meeting. This could be asked. This could be a trick question. When was the last change announced in your SLR? Okay, so currently I think it's already gone down to 18.5. Yeah, from October. So the next one, October, November, December, done. So from Jan effective 2020, this will go to 18.25. That will be March, and again April to June, this will be reduced to 18%. Yeah, that's how it will flow. What is the retail personal credit disbursement growth in the first half of 2019? The slowest rate of disbursement in 5 years as per the RBI, that's 7.3%. Non-banking financial companies have been barred by RBI from charging prepayment penalties for foreclosure charges from individual borrowers. Yeah, कोई पहले पैसे दे रहा है, why do you want to penalize them, right? Try these. Okay, here are your answers. 10,000 crore was the amount infused in NBFC for housing finance companies as additional liquidity for individual housing loans for affordable housing by NHB. Kolkata, West Bengal was the place where Money Museum by RBI was opened. International Monetary Fund has released its annual observance report of special data dissemination. We were in news because we did not comply by. We delayed some of the data. Many people accuse us of manipulating the data also, even on international forum. National Stock Exchange in Singapore and the Singapore Exchange are the name of the stock exchanges. We received permission from SEBI to operate jointly in GIFT city under proposed program Connect. International Labour Organization has talked about this loss of 5.8% working hour by 2020 because of the heat. B. Haridesh Kumar have specifically put in any of the IBPS exams, if there is some dose of narcissism, then you will see this question. Appointed director of IBPS for 3 years, that's B. Haridesh Kumar. Genesis Foundation, named the non-profit organization which was awarded CSR implementation partner in the leadership category for its association with WPP India's CSR Foundation project Little Hearts. Tata Steel Kalingar, this was included in prestigious Lighthouse Network of World Economic Forum. World Bank has stated that India turnover ratio fell by 60% in 10 years. Reliance Jio and Facebook has partnered to launch digital literacy initiative Digital Udan to empower first-time internet users with digital literacy and understanding of internet in real time. Which telecom industry has merged with Bharti Airtel and Bharti Hexacom Limited? That's Tata Tele Services Limited and Tata Tele Services Maharashtra Limited. Okay, try these. Okay, here are our answers. Who was nominated as single point of contact regulatory sandbox? Okay, first Sanjay Verma was there, then the committee. He basically helped us set up the committee under someone whose news we have already read in the last class. Yeah, which organization has set up single point of contact for regulatory sandbox initiative? That's IRADI. Yeah, and we saw who was the chairman also of the committee. After how many years economic capital framework has been reviewed as per Vimal Jalan committee? That's 5 years. Head of the expert committee to review extant economic capital framework, which recommended RBI to transfer 1.76 lakh crore to government. That was Bimal Jalan. TM Bhasin was heading the advisory board for bank frauds, which is constituted by Central Vigilance Commission to look into bank fraud cases above 50 crores. UK Sinha is heading the committee that recommends on ease of credit, marketing, technology, delayed payment, etc. made within 30 days. Injeti Srinivas headed the high-level steering committee on corporate social responsibility, which has recommended to make CSR expenditure tax deductible and non-compliance of CSR norm. I'll be surprised because of the weightage that RBI gives to CSR in its examination. This should be one of the probable question in your RBI exam at least. Who headed the task force which recommends the extension of onshore market hours 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to improve access of overseas user? That's Usha Thorat. Which country has been labeled as the currency manipulator first time in 25 years? That's China by United States. ADB will provide 200 million loan for improving road and infrastructure in 34 districts of Maharashtra. Try these now. Some more loans. Which bank has sanctioned a loan of 1925 crore for power generation and upgradation distribution in the state? That's Asian Development Bank. Name the bank which reaffirmed its support to Andhra Pradesh with over $1 billion program to cover health, agriculture, energy, disaster management sector. That's World Bank. India will be the first recipient of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank local currency financing. This is interesting. The first time something happens, yeah, keep in mind little strongly. World Bank has withdrawn 300 million fund for Amravati capital city project in Andhra Pradesh. I think this is doomed anyways. L&T Infrastructure Finance Company is the first non-banking finance company that will receive loan worth 100 million from AIIB. Hong Kong government gave us this $9 million almost for disaster relief fund for cyclone Fani hit victims in Odisha. Tata has become the most valuable brand for second year straight in 2019 as per Brand Finance India 100 2019. 25 will be the year when India will surpass Japan to become world's third largest economy as per IHS market. Hong Kong Central District becomes the most expensive office location as per Global Prime Office Occupancy Cost Survey by CBRE. India is the country which is the largest importer of sunflower oil, which imports about 2.8 million tons. Try these. Here are your answers. MoneyTap is the first company that provides lifetime credit up to 5 lakh instantly to its customer. Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Service has signed JV with Ideal Finance Limited to acquire 58.2% stake in it for LKR 2 billion. Okay. IDFC Securities is the entity which was acquired by former Axis Bank chief Dharmesh Mehta along with clutch of other investors for undisclosed amount. Encash is the entity which has launched the India's first cooperative credit card called Freedom Card for SMEs. Punjab National Bank Housing Finance Limited has raised fresh equity of 522 crore as external commercial borrowing from Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation of Singapore. PMS Bazaar has partnered with IBPS Cash Financial Technology to introduce India's first all-in-one PMS and AIF tracking portal for investors. MasterCard has launched mobile-first authentication solution called Identity Check Express. MobiKwik has partnered with Edelweiss Tokyo Life Insurance to offer mobile-based group insurance solution. Paisabazaar is the entity which has partnered with Samsung to support Samsung Pay by pay user by providing one-stop solution to their financial requirement, and Reliance Industry has become the most valued firm by market capitalization. Okay, try these. Okay, so it's at Hyderabad where PayPal Holding has opened its third global technology center. Ebix India has acquired the online portal yatraonline.com. Small business money back credit card is the co-branded credit card launched by HDFC and Common Service Center. Luxembourg Stock Exchange has delisted HDFC's GDR because of the low volume. Prithvi Shaw has now become the brand ambassador for esports venture Fan Mojo. I think more apt would have been a cough syrup. Accenture Incorporated is the multinational company which has appointed Julie Sweet as the new CEO. Okay, and David Rowland as the executive chairman. TVS Motor Company will be launching the India's first ethanol-based motorcycle to help reduce crude import and reduce air pollution. Tamil Nadu is the first state in India to manufacture electric car. That will be done by South Indian multinational automotive manufacturer Hyundai. Walmart Lab has acquired two Bangalore-based healthcare startup called Flowcare and Big Trade, and IBM has signed a statement of intent with Ministry of Agriculture to provide with weather forecasts and soil moisture data to the farmers. Try these. SIDBI has signed MOU with Government e-Marketplace for the benefit of MSMEs, women entrepreneurs and self-help groups. Workspace is the name of the co-working space which is designed for micro MSME and startup by SIDBI and InQ Space Solution Private Limited. India has deviated from special data dissemination standard in at least one instance in all data categories listed, and delay has exceeded 100 days in multiple instances in year 2018. 2% would be the rate of interest for the animal husbandry and fisheries farmer through which they can avail the loan from bank under interest subvention scheme. 4% would be the revised rate of government contribution of employees state insurance corporation. 100 lakh crore is provided for developing modern infrastructure over next 5 years. 70,000 crore was infused into public sector bank to improve liquidity solution and boost lending. 400 crore is the maximum limit of the entity for whom corporate tax will be gradually reduced. Yeah, all these I think again changed. Yeah, we have seen now it's a blanket one because of the panic in our economy. Yeah, so all the outdated news, if you see something has been updated, you can just ignore. Who presented the presentation on measure to boost economy? Nirmala Sitharaman did so on multiple occasions. Just read the latest one. What is the current status? Yeah, along with the budget, economic survey, and Nirmala ji's latest whatever she has offered to the business. What is the maximum turnover limit of the small startup to get the promised tax holiday? That's 25 CR. Okay, try these. Bharatcraft is the name of the e-commerce portal that is launched by Government of India in order to achieve the revenue of 10 lakh crore in 2 to 3 years. Employee Provident Fund organization has been allowed to exercise exit option for recovering pending 600 crore from Diwan Housing Finance Corporation. A lot of state government funds also you will hear in news, yeah, which needs exit. 1 crore is the amount as a reward which is promised by SEBI for the informants in insider trading. 10% would be the revised debenture redemption reserve for the unlisted companies with an objective of reducing cost of capital raised by the companies. RuPay card was recently launched by Prime Minister Modi in Bhutan. Aadhaar enabled payment system has crossed 200 million transactions in July 2019. 1 trillion is the maximum standard asset value of the partial guarantee scheme under which state-run public sector banks can purchase high-rated pooled asset. High-rated, just look at this. I hardly believe there is any from the NBFCs. India has contributed 1 million to the United Nations Special Purpose Trust Fund. 35 to 67 year would be the eligibility criteria. Yeah, would be the age limit for you to become elected as per fit and proper criteria of elected director on PSB's board. Yeah, South Korea and Thailand. Yeah, India has imposed definitive anti-dumping duty on purified terephthalic acid from these countries. Try these. Here are your answers. Manufacturing and infrastructure sectors, yeah, are the sectors for which NPAs can be directly sold to domestic bank to investor abroad as a part of OTS. You saw it was there in our abbreviation on behalf of the borrowing company. Banning of unregulated deposit scheme 2019 is the bill passed by Parliament, which helps to tackle the threat of illicit deposit taking activities like exploiting a regulatory gap and lack of strict administration measure to dupe poor and gullible people of their hard-earned saving. 330 days are the days provided as a timeline for insolvency resolution process and specifies minimum payout to operational creditor in recently passed insolvency bankruptcy code. Yeah, it has been amended a couple of times. I think earlier it has been moved from 270 days to 330 days now. Within how many days all future GST refunds should be paid to the applicant? That's within 60 days. Within 60 days, manufacturing and infrastructure sector. Yeah, okay, I think it just repeated this question here. Yeah, United States has approved the foreign military sale of 670 million to support India's C-17 military transport aircraft. 79% is the FDI inflow increase during last 6 years as per the annual report of Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT. How much percent of India's GDP is contributed by Indian cities? That's between 59 to 70%. How many days will be given to promoter to retake control of the company through agreement with creditor after insolvency proceeding begins? Some 90 days. India's current account deficit is expected to be around 2.3% of our GDP. Try these. Yeah, here are your answers. After how many years? Seventh economic census for the year 2019 was held. That's after 5 years. Which ministry? That's in MOSPI, started from Tripura. Yeah, all these becomes important. It was 7th edition, already there in the question. Name the new platform based on new class of non-banking financial institution called the account aggregator, which is introduced to solve fintech data problem. That's Sahmati. Who introduced this? Nandan Nilekani. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India has tightened the norm governing resolution professional, wherein restriction will also be placed for their relative from taking up employment after completion of resolution process. Bihar is the place where you have this place called Motihari. Why it was in news? Because of Motihari Amlekhganj oil pipeline, which is to start operation. That's India, Nepal. Yeah. Telangana is the state which has signed a pact for pilot project called Medicine from Sky with World Economic Forum, Center for Fourth Industrial Revolution Network. Gujarat has stopped the TransUnion Credit Information Bureau Limited, CIBIL, Small Industries Development of India and SMEs Pulse Report. Bangladesh and India's bilateral trade accounted for almost 9.5 billion in 17-18. Try these. Which organization stated India's current account balance deficit rose to 68 billion in 2018-19 from 49 billion? That's IMF. 2022-23 is the year by which central government of India has decided to increase coal production to 1 billion ton. Within 330 days, this is the latest bankruptcy resolution process, including litigation and other judicial processes. 7 amendments are made. Name the commission whose term was extended recently. This was the Finance Commission from April 22. Its recommendation will be used. So they just want to be sure whatever they're doing, it's done properly. Where was the meeting? Yeah, and that's for 5 years. Yeah, so giving some months is never a problem. Where was the meeting between India and Italy held, where they decided to establish fast track mechanism for companies and investors? That's in New Delhi. Israel's aerospace industry has signed 50 million follow-up deal with India's Navy and Mazagon Dock Shipbuilder Limited. 7.9 will be the GPF rate revised effective from 1st July to September 30th. Yeah, you can check the latest one also. Adhiranjan Chaudhary, Satyapal Singh and Jain Sinha were elected unanimously as Public Account Committee from Lok Sabha. Indira Gandhi Agriculture University of Raipur, yeah, is the place where Business Incubation Center was set up by Union Agriculture Ministry recently. Okay, try these. Okay, here are your answers. Kalyani Rafale Advanced System Limited has received 100 million order from Rafale of Israel to supply 100 Barak 8 medium range surface to air missile kit for the Indian Army and Indian Air Force, product for nuclear plant. Yeah, that is no will be waived off. The import custom duty basically will be waived off. 3.15 lakh crore is the amount infused by government into PSB in last 11 year up till 2018-19. Uttar Pradesh is set to host 14th session of Conference of Parties COP14. Yeah, on that was convention to combat desertification from September 2 to 3rd. Anti-tank spike missile is the name of the missile which Indian Army has placed an order with Israel. Institute of Company Secretaries of India, that's the organization which has launched an initiative for a unique document identifier number to improve corporate governance. Bharat Chamber of Commerce has signed MOU with BRICS Chamber of Commerce and Industry for promoting trade and investment between BRIC countries. 1 lakh crore is the total amount deposited in bank accounts so far opened under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Indo-Nepal border, yeah, is the place where government has proposed phase 1 of Bharat Mala Pariyojan with a financial outlay of 5,35,000 crore to develop 24,800 kilometer of highway. Pakistan, yeah, is the country from where if the good is originating, we are levying 200% duty. Try these. Okay, NIIF, that's National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, signed an MOU with NHAI to fund large-scale project. It has run into some trouble. Aadhaar and Other Law Amendment Bill is the name of the bill passed in the parliament, which allows voluntary use of Aadhaar as proof of identity for user to open bank account, get mobile collection, and nobody can force you. You can voluntarily do that. Unnat Jyoti by Affordable LED for all, that's Ujala scheme, yeah, under which 35 crore LED bulbs were distributed in India. 135 crore amount is allocated for drug addiction measure, which is provided to National Drug Dependence Treatment Center. Kisan Credit Card is your scheme under which it is extended to now fisheries and animal husbandry in order to assist them meet their working capital needs. Code on Wage Bill has been approved by Union Cabinet to fix minimum wage in the entire country. Kharif crops, yeah, has now its MSP was increased in 2019-20 by the cabinet recently. Kharif is your rice, yeah, just remember that. Wheat is your rabi. Okay, this is rainy season, this is your winter season. Now, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, has designed multilateral tax convention to implement tax treaty to combat base erosion and profit shifting. It is ratified by the government recently. 2022 is the year set to achieve the installed capacity of renewable by to 175. It will be huge. Looks likely we will hit the target. What should be the GDP of India in order to achieve the 5 trillion economy? Please note this is real. Yeah, add the inflation, only then from 3 to 5 you will reach. Okay, now also that also looks a little difficult. Try these now. Okay, 6.8% was the GDP growth of India in 2018-19. Chief Economic Advisor who prepared economic survey was Krishnamurthy Subramaniam. Special about the nudge theory, he has emphasized on that. Nirmala Sitharaman presented it. So please remember, he makes, she presents. So always the minister who will present in the parliament and not the chief economic advisor. Where was the unique identification authorities first Aadhaar Seva Crane operational? Delhi and Vijayawada, specifically it was Delhi, and that's on near your Akshardham metro, right? 2021 is the year set to install CCTV cameras in Indian Railways, yeah, covering all the 7,020 coaches of mainline passenger train. Ravi Shankar Prasad, launched the commemoration of 4 years of Digital India initiative in an event in New Delhi. Manoj Kumar Nambiar has been appointed the chairman of Microfinance Institution as per the decision taken in the 10th annual general meeting in Delhi. 5 million is now been the pledged amount by India to United Nations Relief and Work Agency for Palestinian refugee. From 1.25 it has now gone up to 5 million. National Cooperative Development Corporation, NCDC, yeah, under whose statutory Cooperation Cooperative Sector Export Promotion Forum CSEP will be created. 2.5% is the India's GDP target, yeah, for your health service expenditure by 2025. Yeah, even that is like less, but it is there in national health policy. Yeah, 2017, and states have been asked to spend 8%. Yeah, try these. Okay, here are your answers. Name the entity which formed a subcommittee to oversee the process of disinvestment in its asset and finalize the asset wise framework of resolution with lender. That's Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Service Limited. Name the anti-tank missile for which India has signed an acquisition deal with Russia. That's Strum Ataka. 74th was the Indian place in terms of money parked by citizen in Swiss bank. सारे निकाल लिए होंगे अभी तक. India and Indonesia, the two countries, set an ambitious 50 billion target for bilateral trade by 2025 during G20 meet. India has boycotted Osaka track on digital economy along with South Africa and Indonesia during G20 meet. Ahmedabad, Gujarat has signed that sister agreement with Kobe City. Yeah, Special Economic Zone Amendment Bill was passed that allows trust to establish unit in SEZs. 10 is the India's rank of Indian city, Delhi, as per the London-based consultancy firm Knight Frank Prime Global Cities Index. Berlin, Germany has topped in the London-based Knight Frank's Prime Global City Index. United States has become the largest economy in the world with $20.5 trillion economy. Yeah, GDP ranking as per World Bank data 2018. Try these now. Okay, here are your answers. Bharti AXA Life Insurance is okay, all the insurance news now, which has partnered with Akshay Patra to support contribute midday meal drive by the government. Yeah, for government. Your Acco General Insurance is the company which has partnered with Just Money to offer credit card insurance to its Just Money customers. Acco General Insurance Company has partnered with Oyo Hotel and Home to provide complimentary insurance as part of booking price for guests at its hotel across India. HDFC Life Insurance has been added to Morgan Stanley Capital International Global Standard Index, while Union Bank of India was removed from its India Small Cap Index. Life insurance is the product of Aditya Birla Life Insurance, which is to offer to Indian Bank customer after Indian Bank and Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance inked a pact. Max Insurance, Max Life Insurance has launched initiative Speed Dial, your partner for life, with an aim to provide quick and easy resolution of policy servicing need to customer by allocating a relationship manager. Life Insurance Corporation of India has come up with a new insurance plan called Jeevan Amar. HDFC Ergo General Insurance Company has entered into corporate agency partnership with Kerala-based Muthoot Mini Financial Limited. Asian Development Bank has signed an agreement to invest 23 million in non-convertible debentures issued by GRIL, GR Infrastructure Project Limited, for the construction of road and highways in India. Who has become the second richest person? So you see the number 2 and 3, they are like couple of times they have changed now. Bern Arnold, he is the Louis Vuitton owner, and your Bill Gates, we all know. Jeff Bezos is leading clearly. So you should know these top 3 names. Okay, try these. Okay, here are your answers. For which reason DRC was declared public health emergency? Because of the Ebola crisis again. Which country has signed 91.26 million agreement with Indian Railway Construction Company? That's Sri Lanka. Which organization Christine Lagarde resigned as the managing director? That's IMF. Who will feature in Britain new £50 note that is expected to enter circulation by end of 2020? Alan Turing, one of the greatest mind of the last century. Which country was penalized by World Bank Arbitration Court worth 5.8 billion for unlawful denial in mining? That's Pakistan. That's Tathian Copper Company for Reko Project 2011. Let's hope they have that money to pay. Anshula Kant is the name of the MD of the SBI, who has been appointed as MD and the Chief Financial Officer of World Bank. Global Media Defense Fund is the name of the fund which is created recently to improve media freedom across the world. and administered United Nations, administered by UNESCO. Surya Prakash is the is the lead of the Indian delegation into the first global conference for media freedom 2019 that was held in London. United Kingdom and Canada, the country which hosted the first global conference on media freedom, of them the first conference was held in UK. Try these now. By how much percent the bilateral trade between India and US should grow? That is 7.5% to reach that 238 billion by 2025. Yeah, as per United States and India Strategic Partnership Forum. 2020 is the year set target globally to restore 150 million hectares of world degraded and deforested land as per Bonn Challenge. France will be the first one to pass GAFA tax. That's Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. The digital giant would be tax. 2020 is the year from which France will impose green tax on plane ticket to fund less polluting transportation projects. New Delhi is the place where the ASEAN Triocard Trade Minister meeting was held. Capital Land Limited, that's a Singapore-based company, which is Asia's largest real estate company, and it has recently acquired Ascenda's Singe Bridge PT, owned by Temasek. That's basically Singapore sovereign fund, holding worth 8 billion. Christine Lagarde is nominated to become the first woman to lead ECB. New Delhi is the place where first ever India International Cooperative Trade Fair was held. DBS is named as the world best bank as per Euromoney. Serbia, yeah, that's the first Asian headquarter bank specifically. Serbia has become the 73rd non-regional member of AIIB. Okay, the last 10 here for you now. Okay, here are your answers again. This is your GDP forecast. I have already told you what you have to take care of. It keeps changing. I had told you, right? See, at that time the numbers were a little on a higher side. GDP for financial year 20, fiscal year 20 by India Rating and Research, that's 6.7. What is the GDP of India of quarter 1, April to June 2019 of fiscal year as per FICCI? Yeah, that's 6. Again, all this is relevant. Just look at the latest number. I think that should be enough. GDP of India financial year 2019 as per Moody Services 6.2. GDP of India April-June quarter as per Nomura 5.7. I think they all got it wrong. What is the GDP of India FY20 as per Australia New Zealand Banking? 6.2. What is the GDP of India for the year 1920 as per National Council of Applied Research? That's 6.9. What is the GDP growth forecasted RBI? 6.9. What is the GDP of India for fiscal year credit rating information service? They'll just copy RBI 6.9. What is the GDP of growth as per Singapore lender? 6.8. What is the gross domestic product of India for year 2019 as per ADB? Yeah, they will all change, yeah, because of the current scenario, which is very volatile. I honestly don't think this should be asked. Okay. Still, I've just given it for your reference. If you find something important, you can just keep in mind. Okay. So with that, let me end this session, and I'll see you with the last one very soon. Keep preparing hard, guys. Last 5-6 days, make best use of it. Thank you very much.